This is not the first time that the Kikuyu community are being tried on who they will vote for the presidency. Back in 2002, when Uhuru Kenyatta and Emilio Mwai Kibaki vied for the presidency, that was the first time that the Kikuyu communities were subjected to a test and get to see who exactly they will vote. Kikuyus had an option of choosing between two of their sons. And we know very well how the results ended. Kikuyus determined or decided to vote for Emilio Mwai Kibaki. Not because they hated Uhuru Kenyatta, I mean, after all, they gave him later, but they knew you may form a good government, that's Uhuru Kenyatta, but this time round, it is not yours. This time round, wacha tupe mzee. That's what they decided. And there was a slogan that was going around called Kamwana. A little, or rather by Swahili means a young one, or a young son. And we had the mzee, Mudhuri. So that means they knew exactly who they would vote for the presidency. And actually, Uhuru Kenyatta decided to concede the defeat and said he congratulated the selection or the election of Emilio Mwai Kibaki as the president of Kenya. And that is exactly what is going on in this time round election. Kikuyu have been subjected with two options. Two people have been selected from their community, two running mates. We have the running mate of Mother Karua, and we have Rigathi Gachagua. They all hail from the Mount Kenya. And Kikuyus, they were never stupid. And none of the tribes in Kenya are stupid. All of them are great. But Kikuyus knows exactly what to do when it comes to politics. One thing you're supposed to understand with the politics when Kikuyu is that Kikuyus have never tasted a full opposition role in our country. They tried to play the opposition role back in 2003, when Uhuru decided to form the opposition. But they realized that this is not our role. This is not really a thing that we can be able to play it rightly. And all of a sudden, the Uhuru Kenyatta decided to jump into the wagon and shelved his presidency, vying back in 2007, if I'm not wrong, and he decided to back Emilio Mwai Kibaki. So this time round, they know very well that the time or the nature has presented them with two options. They have the Mother Karua as their spokesperson as of now, and they have Rigathi Gachagua, as of also as their spokesperson. But they know exactly which is the winning team. And that's why this episode I'm talking about why Kikuyus will vote Raila Odinga. And I go back to what I started by saying that those who vote determines nothing, but those who count determines everything. One thing that you're supposed to know with the politics of our country, if you think you're popular there, you go out there and people try to show you with all the support, some even sacrifice their lives, but you do not cling to power. It is because the system or the deep state, as people tend to call it, it is not for you. If it's against you, then call it a quit. And that is exactly what Raila Odinga has realized. And I've said that I have been having the popular vote. I have been in the presence of the people because that's the truth. I mean, he has been carrying out, or he has been, winning all the three big cities. That is Kisumu, Nairobi, and Mombasa. Someone who is capable of carrying those big three cities in our country, you do not, underestimate that individual. So he has realized that I not only need the popular vote out there, I also need deep state and the system for me to cling to power. And that is exactly what he has done. And whoever advised Ruto for the presidency for him to get out of the table that he knows exactly where the presidency is being given, that was a miscalculation. And there is a saying that says that never outshine your master. Maybe if he could have played what we call chini ya maji, maybe the odds could have favored him in this time's stab. And remember, he is vying for the presidency for the first time. I am not ruling out the fact that you cannot win the presidency with the first round, but everything takes time. If you take an example of Joe Biden back in the United States, he had what we call the aspiration of being the president of the country back when he was first elected as the senator of, I don't know what state, but he was at 29 years of age. And the realization of him to being the president came almost 50 years after his dream. Raila Odinga has played a very vital role in the liberation of this country, and he has tried for the presidency for 4 times. This is his 5th stab. And all are almost saying that this might be the time that he actually being, or rather becomes, the president. Well, again, I stand corrected. It can go opposite. But as I speak, all odds are for him. What I can say is that, for that matter, that Kikuyus never wishes, or Kikuyus do not like being on the opposition side. As a result, they know exactly who they will vote for the presidency of these times around. And there is one thing that you're supposed to understand, that Raila does not require the votes of the Kikuyus. After all, he does not. And if he has to be given, then 30% will do a miracle on his side. That is the truth. And don't get shocked when Raila wins by over 65% of the total votes casted. That's a possibility. What I can say is this: the Kikuyus or the Nyobayamobi, they know exactly who they go for. The reason as to why you find that a certain group of people from the Mount Kenya do not resonate well with Raila Odinga is because there was a lies that was propagated into the people's mind from the Mount Kenya, being told that how Raila cannot, or if becomes the presidency, their lives are threatened. And of course, we know very well those who are politicking tools. It is not a tool that we can be able to justify it. You cannot quantify it. And as a result, it's becoming hard for the same leaders to come back to the Kikuyu community and try to sell the Raila's name. But as the time goes, people are trying to figure out and get to see exactly who really means good for his people. Sometimes I feel bad to talk about politics on a tribal basis, but we cannot shake off the tribal influence in our country as far as the politics are concerned. And that's why I've decided to talk specifically about that in our country. And what I can say is this: whoever wins or whoever becomes the president of this country will be a Kenyan. We have no problem with that. What problem we have with that is that we not only need anybody to be a president, but we also need somebody who means good for the economy of our country. The economy of our country is ailing and needs someone who will come and resuscitate the economy because it is on a blink of death. My name is Joseph. Talk about economy. I talk about finance. And I don't ignore political matters. I also talk about them. It is very important and it is very essential. Kindly subscribe to my channel. Help me as we help each other. Take this channel to a different level. Make it a platform where everyone will share their views and ideas. And in the same time, we get to improve our lives. Comment down below, tell me what you think. Share this video out to people. Give this video a thumbs up so that the YouTube can support this video and take it to a large number of people. And as of now, I want to say thank you and let us meet on the next episode. Thank you.